Because if you're living a lie, you could never get your shit together because you'll be walking around and under some dark cloak. The wool will be over your eyes. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl DiamondLashawn and we're back at it again. I'm so happy that you clicked on this video. I am really excited to really get down and dirty with this particular topic. Today we're going to be talking about the ways in which you can basically get your shit together, because the time is now. Like 2020, some boo-boo. The best thing that we can do is get our lives together. While everything else is going to shit, we can get our lives together. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hey guys, so if you're still here, you can get your life together. I want everybody out there to really feel confident about the life that it is that they have and the choices that they're making. So first things first, you want to start being honest with yourself about what's what. You know what I mean? It's like, stop lying to yourself, girl. You know what it is and you know what it ain't, and you know possibly why it's that way. And no matter what those things are, no matter what those moving parts are, whether they are beneficial for you, whether they don't feel good to you, whether they could possibly be good and aren't right now, whether, you know, they used to be good and they no longer are, whatever those things are that you're thinking of right now when you say be honest with yourself, really take account and really, you know, get serious about what that means for you and your life and what that means for, you know, what you're trying to have. I think it's really important for people to be honest about what situations they're in, or, you know, what type of lives that they're living, because if you do something repeatedly, ultimately it becomes a habit. So you gotta become serious about what's what and being honest with yourself, because if you're living a lie, you could never get your shit together because you'll be walking around and under some dark cloak. The wool will be over your eyes. You won't be able to actually get clear about what it is that you want, what it is that you need, where it is that you're trying to go, and who you're willing to take with you. So you got to really get honest about what's going on in your life and how you're contributing to the prosperity of your life, or, you know, the not so good things in your life. So get serious. You know, if you're dating a guy and that guy, you know, isn't really doing the things that you need him to do in order for you to feel whole, get serious about that. What you decide ultimately will depend on the truth that you've already decided on. You know, if you have a job and you feel like you hate the job, but you don't know, you know, what you're going to do next, get serious about it. Do you really hate the job, or do you hate your position? Can you see yourself there for 5 more years, or do you need to get out now? And that's a perfect example, because if you need to get out now, then that means that you need to start planning on your next move. And that's why you need to get serious about what's going on. Get serious about the truth. Start being honest about what you got going on in your life, girl. Stop lying to yourself. Be serious. Limit the noise. Limit the noise. I can't stress this enough. I think a lot of us, you know, struggle with being able to separate the noise from things that we actually take seriously, or things that we actually like let fester in our brains. And that is dangerous for a variety of reasons. I know that it might not be clear on what I mean when I say limit the noise. And what I mean by that is limit things in your life that don't uplift you, that don't positively guide you, that don't make you feel like magic when you engage in them, things that make you feel bad, things that make you question things. Limit the noise. If you're scrolling too much on Instagram and you follow a bunch of rich people and you only have $5 to your name and every day you wake up feeling like a failure, that's noise. Cut it out, okay? Yes, it could be motivation, but there's only a thin line between motivation and feeling like crap because you're nowhere near your goal. So limit the noise. If you are going out every night and, you know, you are around people that's always complaining or always gossiping and they never have anything positive to say about anyone else and never anything constructive to say towards you, that's noise. You don't need that in your life. You don't need those type of situations in your life. And Is it helping you get anywhere? Is it helping you get your shit together? No, it's not. It's really just a distraction. So that's what I mean. Limit anything that is noisy, you know, that's not actually creating peace or serenity or direction or, you know, some type of structure in your brain. Limit those things. Limit the distractions. Get serious about journaling. Get serious about, you know, actually documenting your progress and documenting the things that you want, and, you know, just kind of getting your thoughts down on paper. I never thought that I would be someone that would push journaling down people's throats. I thought, you know, I'm gonna let people do what they want to do, you know. Journal, don't journal. But I really find that this is something that's really important, because we oftentimes go to a lot of people and get their advice, and we go to a lot of people and we get their thoughts on things, or we try to, you know, get people's perspective, or we just call people to vent sometimes, you know, and all of that's fine and dandy, but sometimes we regret those moments, right? Sometimes we regret telling someone too much, or sometimes we regret sharing things with people that we haven't yet come to terms with on our own, you know, or sometimes we have an idea that's really, really big, but, you know, we're not ready to share it with others just yet. And that's what your journal is for. You get your thoughts, you know, you get your plans, you get your hopes and dreams down on paper so that you can look and you can be, you know, reminded of all the things that you have on your mind, good and bad, so that you can track your growth and you can track, you know, what needs more attention. And I think that journaling is the perfect thing for you, because sometimes when we vent to others or when we share things prematurely with others, it gives us a bad feeling inside, especially if you suffer from anxiety like me. So it's good to have something where you can go to God with it. So journaling is really important, especially when it comes down to manifestations, writing things down that you're looking forward to, things that you're gonna have by the end of the year, you're gonna have by the end of 60 days, or whenever your time period is, things that you can look back and say, oh, you know what? Dang, girl, you did good. You really went and got that. Oh, you know what? Oh, don't play. Let's make this move and this move so you can actually hit your deadline. That's what, you know, your journal is for. It's your accountability partner without a personality. That brings me to my next thing. You need a planner. You know, a planner is different from a journal. A journal is like a free write space. You're going to be writing, you know, how you feel and what you're thinking and what you need and what your dreams are and what your goals are and overall what it is that you're trying to accomplish in your journal, right? It's like a mind dump, right? A beautiful mind dump. But your planner is basically where you start putting those dreams, those manifestations, those plans into action. You start saying, okay, so on Monday, November here, or Tuesday, January here, or Wednesday, whenever that time and space is, you write down what you're going to do on that day to get you closer to the next thing. You feel me? And that's why your journal and your planner work hand in hand, because your planner just kind of keeps you on track on a day-to-day. It also helps you remember what got done the days before or what didn't get done, you know, about what you've crossed off or what you have postponed or what has happened. I love to write and make notes and different things like that just to kind of stay on top of everything. Like I said in my previous videos, I have a child and I'm used to just flying by the seat of my pants. But after becoming, you know, a family unit, it's been harder for me to do that. So with my planner, I stay on task. Things for me, things for my family, things for, you know, whatever needs to happen. So I really suggest a planner because it helps you to put your thoughts and your plans in one place. And a lot of the times that's already going to help you feel like you've gotten your shit together already. Organization. That's the important part. You want to organize the thoughts in your brain and put them down on paper so that you're not running around like, because you're crazy, because you don't know your head from your behind. So definitely invest in a planner that you enjoy. Eat well. You know, I think that this one is hard because we all like to pig out. We all like our junk food. We all like to just eat what we have a taste for and everything like that. I'm super guilty of this. And I'm still working alongside you guys when I say we need to eat well. But this is serious because if you're sick, your brain ain't gonna function on that high optimal level that you need it to function on. You need your brain to be able to say, ha, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and it needs to be happening today. or by this day. You know, you need your brain to be like, aha, you're in a good mood. You can get through this. You can power through. You know, if your brain is sick and not feeling good and what you're eating is triggering any mental illnesses, i.e., you know, your anxiety, or it's triggering, you know, bad feelings, you know, or bad body image or any of these things, then you're not going to be feeling up to par. And you got to feel up to par if you're going to actually get your shit together. Because if you're loathing the next day, your stuff ain't going to be there together. Drink lots of water. That's another thing. You're going to want to, you know, drink a lot of fluids and put as many vitamins and nutrients in your body so that it can get you from, you know, where you are now, your starting point, to your success point, to, you know, your vision of success. If you don't feel healthy, then, you know, your mind won't function the way that you need it to function. Get to know yourself. I know this is kind of weird. You're probably like, well, I know myself, I'm me. But do you really know yourself? And this goes back to my first point, to get serious about what's what, you know, be honest with yourself. I think that it's really easy for us to get off track and us to do a lot of things that, you know, we haven't really figured out if we genuinely like them or if we genuinely enjoy them for the long haul, or if it's just something that we do out of habit. You know, do you truly enjoy that type of music, or do you just listen to it because that's what everybody else listens to and you like those people, so you listen to that music? You know, do you truly enjoy, you know, wearing jeans, or are they just what you've had in your closet and you can access them easily? Do you truly enjoy, you know, watching that type of show, or deep down inside, do you enjoy anime? These things are important. Who are you really? What really gets you going? And it gets deeper, you know, what triggers you? What makes you extremely happy? What are some deal breakers for you? What are some things that will actually like repel you from a person, place, or thing? You know, what's gonna make you motivated to do something? What excites you the most? What's your biggest fear? These things need to be things that you know about yourself, information that you can easily access in your mind. Because if you don't really know who you are, someone else can come in and tell you who you are and dig you into a deeper hole of things not being together. And keep in mind, who you used to be doesn't have to be who you are now. That's a part of getting to know yourself. Who are you now at this point in your life? You know, get to know yourself and reintroduce yourself at any time. It's your choice. Get serious about self-care. I know that, you know, we're in a society now where everybody's pushing self-care, you know, spa this, you know, treatment this. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, I don't have time and I don't have money for that. Didn't I just tell you my life ain't together? And I get that. But self-care doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be, you know, going here and there and spending thousands of dollars in the name of self-care, or, you know, buying this or buying that, or shopping, or spa treatments, or this or that. It doesn't have to be that. You know, self-care can be sitting down and taking 10 minutes out of your day to do some breathing exercises. Self-care can really be laying flat on your back on the ground so that you can feel grounded. You're here. You know, self-care can be drinking a lot of water and just taking 20 minutes to cut your phone off and just be. Self-care can be a lot of things. It can be yoga. It can be physical activity, exercise, different things like that. It can be oiling your scalp, baby girl. Whatever you think self-care is, or anything that's going to make you feel good or feel at peace is self-care. Do that. It don't gotta be what anybody else's idea of self-care is, but you do need to have some type of regimen or some type of something that you can do to make sure you restore peace to your life after each day, and so that you can feel peaceful. Be selfish with your time. I know that we want to be helpful and we want to be there for our family, friends, and the people that need us, but if you don't have anything for yourself, then you can't give anything to anyone else. Let's be clear. A dry well isn't filling anyone's cup, Okay, so let's be clear about that. If you have some things that you need to do, if you have some things that need to get done, if you have places that you need to go or things that need your focus, then give them that. Give those things the things that they need so that when they're done and they're complete, you feel good. Don't let anybody dump their stuff on you while you're trying to do it. If a friend needs advice, okay, you can call her back after you're done. If your husband can't find his socks, then he'll find another pair of socks. Get what you need to get done. You know, the only things that should even be able to interrupt you actually taking care of your business is the people who can't help themselves, i.e. the babies. And most of the time, once you get them taken care of, you can get a couple minutes out. You can squeeze a couple minutes out to take care of the things that you need to take care of. So don't become distracted on the way to actually, you know, fulfilling your goals and doing the things that you need to do, even if they're just daily goals. Because if you get knocked off track, then the other things that you had planned for the day after or the day, you know, next week or something will get thrown off. And you don't want to feel disappointed in yourself for not reaching a goal just because you were helping people with things that they really could have helped themselves with. So just be clear about that. Don't let people distract you and steal your time from you, because you need that and you got things to do, girl. You got things to do. Do something each day that gives you a sense of accomplishment. I know that one of my favorite things to do is make up the bed. It makes me feel like, this is done. You know what I mean? But if you have something else, like if it's, you know, straightening up your desk area, if it is, you know, reading a devotional, if it is, you know, journaling, if it is something that made you feel like something has been completed for the day, you should do that. You should knock that off at the top of your morning each day so that you feel like you at least got one thing done, even if you haven't gotten everything done. I think that to move this forward, I think a clean home and a clean working space helps us to feel more accomplished as well, because it makes us feel like our environment is clean and we can function well. So definitely make sure you guys are working in clean spaces and, you know, knocking that sense of accomplishment off each day, no matter how big or small. Don't engage in meaningless conversations with meaningless people. And even more so, don't engage in meaningless conversations with people who mean something to you. A lot of things take up mental space in our heads that just really don't need to be there. How you gonna get yourself together if you're worried or obsessing about conversation or something that you said and, you know, something that they said and something that they said about somebody else and wondering if they're saying the same thing about you, you know, and different things like that. It's a no-go. Leave it there. If conversations come up where it's going to make you second guess what that person's intentions are for you, or second guess if they're doing it to you too, or, you know, you're going to be saying things that you might regret saying, or whatever the case might be, dead it. Talk about something that, you know, is going to get somebody somewhere, that's going to straighten some things out. Okay, you don't need to be on the phone with people, in interpersonal conversations with people, sitting at the coffee shop with people talking about things that don't matter. You got things to do, places to go. Them conversations ain't gonna get you there. If anything, they're just gonna cause more chaos and more trouble in your mind. So, dead it. And lastly, but certainly not least, don't keep people around you that are negative. If they make you question your magic, baby, if they make you question your importance to this world, okay? Leave them alone. Leave them where they at, because they're impeding on your je ne sais quoi. They in the way, okay? They messing with your vibe. And you gotta be functioning at tip-top shape. You don't have time, like I said before, to be worried about how somebody else feeling about what you got going on. If somebody's trying to put fear into your plans, dead them. If somebody's trying to make fun of you because your plans are really big, dead them. If somebody's trying to say, oh, you know, well, if it were me, I probably wouldn't start there, dead them, okay? Unless you truly feel like they're giving you sound, good, loving advice, don't let people that don't want well for you fester, just be hanging around, okay? You know, leave them. They see you at the top. And if they was doing what you were doing, getting your life together, then they'll be there. And if not, then that means you should have left them. You should have deaded it as you did. So That's just all I'm saying. Try not to be too worried about a partner. If you're currently single or you're currently in a relationship of any kind, try not to put too much emphasis on what's going on in your personal life when you're trying to get your professional things done. Because the issue with that is that we spend so much time obsessing about our intimate relationships that we don't get anything done for ourselves. So you want to be really careful about that. If you're single, then boom, you single. Let him or her or them catch you when you are on your way to success. Don't be running around here looking for them, because I've done that before and that didn't get me anywhere. That distracted me a lot. You know, if you're currently in a relationship and you guys are having problems and you're not really sure what's what, refer to rule number 1. Get serious about what's going on and make the decision that you need to make. But don't obsess about it all day, every day, where you can't function. You need to function. Make sure you guys are also being good to yourselves. You know, repeat your affirmations, positive things. Make sure you guys are looking in the mirror each day and saying, hey, this is only the beginning, baby. You got this, okay? Hey, this is only the beginning, honey. Like, you think you cooking with hot grease now? Ha! It's gonna get lit. Like, you gotta really talk that into yourself, because if you don't speak life into yourself, then who's gonna do it? And you don't want to depend on somebody else to do what you can do for yourself. Huh? Why would you set yourself up to need somebody when you can do it yourself, baby? And so that's all I'm saying. Make sure you guys are doing the work. Make sure you guys are showing up for yourselves. And make sure you guys know that this is only the beginning. It's only up from here. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you guys want similar videos to this. And I hope you didn't forget to like and subscribe. And share if you think somebody can appreciate this video or they can learn something as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.